It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They're led out by a former #2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, and Zach Wilson.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. You look at this Eagle defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Well, this one into the hands of Vaughn. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. On the return, here's Agnew. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 81 yards.
And even though it's a short week, running backs love when they're in a groove, and that's exactly where he is right now. He's hoping to feast a little bit more here on Thanksgiving.
And he'll get about 3 out of that, up to the 39-yard line. But, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening, but how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
Now Wilson on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Rondale Moore, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Eagle defense. It's quite a unit. #1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes. See if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
On 2nd down, it's Vaughn. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A big play here for Dallas. with that completion. I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Play action. Now Wilson. And that's complete to his running back, Vaughn. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. Here's Wilson to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Hurts to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Hurts. The 20 shoves him aside. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Hurts with a quick throw, complete. Touchdown! Quez Watkins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles are able to answer the early 3 points and take a 1st quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for him. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think that the tight end position now is really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
2nd and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
After 1, 7-3 the score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Wilson. That is caught, and he will have a Cowboys first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on the heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. 15 yards there for number 15.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. Touchdown, Cowboys! Rondell Moore, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good. And looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way. The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Hurts. This one is incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. From the right hash. This from 48. McPherson's kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here's Wilson. He'll find Vaughn complete out of the backfield. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots. and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a third game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the third one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10.
Right at the 30. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Steps away to his left. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Hurts completing this one quickly.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
But first down, Hurts.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there,
touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles have moved out in front.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes it a 17-10 score.
Cowboys 10. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now here come the Cowboys. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 39. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Wilson's throw here into the hands of Moore.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. On 2nd down, Wilson. And And this will be incomplete.
No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, he's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
Throws right side, and that's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. Oh, some strong running. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy Thanksgiving again to everybody at home as we take a look ahead to what's coming up both later today and this weekend. As far as the early games go in that 1 o'clock win.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. A quick throw here out to Brown. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when it worked out in the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. 3rd and 2.
He'll drop to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync. Communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And a pretty quick burst there as he gets this across midfield and down to the 46.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point. His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super.
Touchdown, Cowboys!
CeeDee Lamb,
40 yards.
and the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that will level the playing field at 17 all. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw.
McKinnon here, it's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Back to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Mozzie Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete.
avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly is told that you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Staying on the ground with Vaughn.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Vaughn. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Agnew now to return. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
And an Eagle 1st down.
Now back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff looking right.
Whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
We're on to the fourth here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 25, here's second down and 8.
Throwing is Wilson. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Running behind center with Vaughn.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And quickly to the outside. That's caught by Lamb.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Eagles' 43-yard line.
Play action. It's Wilson. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gets him a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
It fights him off. Flush to his right. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Right back to him on first down. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10.
Hurts.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside. Now that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Wilson to throw. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Throwing now is Wilson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Trayvon Walker in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long.
Here's Wilson. Going to throw right side here, complete. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Oh, he shifts past him. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 45.
Just the 1 timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Wilson to throw.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with third down coming up.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about... This one out quickly to Watkins. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late. And